Placing the band just above your ankle bone. For some standing hamstring curls, shift your weight to your left foot, hands out for balancing, lifting your heel up towards your back. Keeping the movement slow and controlled, working that hamstring muscle. Core should be engaged throughout this movement. Switching sides. When you place that foot on the floor, still keeping your feet hip width distance apart. Keeping the core engaged throughout the movement. Placing the band just above your knee. Hands together down into a squatted position. And we're going to walk sideways, keeping the steps slow. One foot lifting and moving at a time. Keep your body nice and low. And this is going to challenge your glutes. Bringing that knee out to the side, activating the glute muscle. Keep the movement slow and controlled. Remember, your muscle doesn't know how many reps you're doing. It just knows how hard it's being worked. Quality over quantity. Keep your head, keep your body nice and low. Stepping back into a lunge, coming up with your knee, drive your knee through, opposite elbow to opposite knee, back down, continue on the same side. Switching sides, left foot back, right elbow to right knee. Drive that knee up and through. In a seated position, lean back with your chest. Bring your feet off the ground, hands in front, and we are going to touch on either side of our body, coming down slowly, touch the ground, back, over to the other side. Keep the movement controlled from side to side, engaging that core throughout the twist, aiming to keep our chest facing between our hands. Keeping your breathing nice and consistent. The movement nice and controlled. Place the band just above your knees. Into our squatting stance, the feet a little bit wider than hip width. Toes pointing out slightly. Down into a squat, hands together. Up, leg out to the side, back down into a squat, moving to the other side and repeating that movement. Keeping your knees tracking over your toes on the way down, activating the glute for the kick out to the side. When you're doing your squat, trying to come down to about 90 degrees, if you can do so without any knee pain. Keeping your knees pressed out on the way down by activating your glute muscles. Allowing your weight to rest on your hands, bringing your feet off the ground. We're going to go side to side, extending our feet out. Out, back into the middle, out again on the other side. Keeping our core activated throughout this movement. You can imagine turning your skis side to side with your feet, trying to keep your core stable, facing downhill. Keep the movement slow, controlled. From your hands and knees onto your forearms into a plank position. Tilting your pelvis under and forward so we have a strong core. Bringing one foot at a time to toe touch to the side. Repeating on each side. Keeping it controlled, consistent from side to side with your core strong throughout this movement. working our glutes and working our core. Feet a little bit wider than hip width, hands together coming down into a tuck position, jumping up, hands apart, back down into a tuck. Keeping your knees out, aligned, over your toes when you're coming up and down. Find a pace that works for you, that you can sustain. Each time coming down into a tucked position. Feet slightly wider than hip width apart. Point your toes in a few degrees, pressing into your toes and the balls of your feet, lifting your heels off the ground. Each time you come up, hold for 1 to 2 seconds and control yourself on the way down. Creating the lift in your body from using your calf muscles and bringing your heels off the floor. Challenge yourself to see if you can go any higher. Starting in a lunge, we're going to jump from one side to the other. Trying to land softly on our toes. Finding a pace that suits your fitness level. Bringing the opposite elbow up to the knee that comes in front of you. Down into a seated position, hands on your thighs. Slowly lifting your chest to bring your wrists to the top of your knees and coming back down for a sit-up. repeating this movement. See how high you can come up. If you want to challenge yourself, you can come up to the point where you're coming up onto your forearms on top of your knees. If not, you can stay with the target of getting your wrists to the top of your knees. Laying down onto our back, pressing your back into the ground, hands up to the sky, feet off the ground with knees at about 90 degrees. We're going to bring our right arm down while bringing our left foot out and extending that left leg, switching from side to side, keeping your core activated throughout this movement, squeezing your core as your hand and knee come closer together, and keeping that core activated when you extend to protect your back and work your core muscles here as we create some torsion through the core when you extend outwards. Laying down on your back, if you're able to, keep your shoulder blades up off the ground, hands across your chest, keeping your legs with a slight bend, coming up with one foot and alternating with each leg. Throughout this movement, trying to engage your core. Here we will work our core and also our hip flexors. Placing the band just above your knees. Feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Feet pointing slightly out a few degrees. From here, coming down into a squat while keeping our knees tracking out over our toes. So down until you get to about 90 degrees and back up, keeping the knees pressed out to ensure our glute muscles are activated through this movement. The better we get at using our glutes, the stronger and more protected our knees will be. See how it feels? Is the weight even on your left and right foot? We really want to have that even on both sides. feeling the majority of the weight through your heels, but your feet should still be well planted on the floor with your toes engaged. Feet a little bit wider than hip width, hands together coming down into a tuck position, jumping up, hands apart, back down into a tuck. Keeping your knees out, aligned, over your toes when you're coming up and down. Find a pace that works for you, that you can sustain. Each time coming down into a tucked position. Starting with both feet on the floor, jumping to tucking position, back to both feet, same on the other side. Once you feel you have the movement down, you can start to speed it up. Hands out on the way up. Each time you land on one leg, give yourself a moment to balance before jumping back to the center. Really similar to skiing when you're trying to lean from outside ski to outside ski and make that move with your upper body to lean to the outside. Challenge yourself, see if you can go a little bit quicker. Find a tempo that works for you.